Well, it's time for a breakup, folks. That's right, break out the tissues because this is one we all need to do. It's a breakup with sugar. I know it's going to be so tough, but Barry Friedman is here to help. He's the author of I Love Me More Than Sugar. Barry, you got to help us out breaking up with sugar.
I know, it's sad, but it's also something that it's really good to do to decide if you're going to do that in life, even for a limited amount of time.
Okay.
Because as adults, as children, we are weaned on sugar. It's two of the first three ingredients in most baby formulas. We're punished, rewarded, bribed by it. And life just goes on. But the truth is, as adults, we get to choose. Do we love me more or do we love sugar more?
Okay.
2 in 3 adults in New Mexico are overweight or obese, Casey. And and it's sad. That, you know what that leads to? It leads to cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, obesity, depression, and so much more.
The list just goes on and on.
Yeah. And cancer itself, sugar's like a buffet for cancer. It's like,
It loves it. Okay, so let's talk about some healthy options. You know, you say it's a breakup with sugar, but you can still have fruit, and we know there's some sugar in fruit.
And there is beautiful sugar in fruit. Something like a mango has so much sugar in it. And it's very natural. It comes with fiber. Your body knows exactly what to do with it. When you eat a mango, it feeds the glucose, feeds the cells, feeds the brain, and it is just, it's a celebration inside in a good way. Bad sugars, processed refined sugars, all of a sudden the liver is trying to deal with it. It doesn't know what to do with it. It throws it. You know why we have love handles?
Yes.
It's really close to the liver. So that fat just gets thrown right out there. Rice cakes, just even switching to sugar-free corn cakes. These are corn cakes, nice and thin.
Crunchy too, I love a good crunch.
Yeah, and they're great for sandwiches. Cuts out so much of the sugar that's in breads. Potuna, this is my own invention. Very complicated. I cook for an 11-year-old, so I keep it simple. Tuna on potatoes.
Nice, okay.
And add what you want to it. Trail mix, wonderful way.
You can do that on the go, it's easy.
It's protein. Protein rebuilds our bodies. You know, we're breaking down our muscle tissue every day, and protein builds it back up. When people eat too much sugar and not enough protein, it is literally a test tube for all the diseases we talked about. It's the perfect breeding ground. And these are a wonderful dessert I hope people will make. You take dates, you take almonds, you take raw cacao powder, no sugar, and some coconut flakes, put it into a food processor, and roll them into balls. Those things are so sweet, and I hope the crew eats those.
Okay, yeah, we want to try them.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then these are always good to do on the go. You've got this, the hard-boiled egg, right?
Right, so if someone hands you a hard-boiled egg, it's like, oh, kind of gross, what do I do with it? It's like a grenade.
Yeah. So and this is a nice little handy-dandy slicer.
Slicer.
I mean, that thing is handy.
I wish I invented it. But the thing is, you have this slicer, and you open it up, and all of a sudden, it's a nice food. You put some salt on it, and even for kids, just doing something a little bit fun with food makes it so much more enjoyable.
Play with your food. It's
Play
fun.
with food. Don't keep it a mystery that comes out of a box or a bag.
Let's talk now a little pop quiz. There's some celebrities who actually live completely sugar-free.
Yes, I'll name 5. You tell me which ones are. Let's go. Tom Hanks.
Okay, love him.
Alec Baldwin, love him. Well, he's a little, he's fun. Tom Jones, remember singer?
Tom Jones.
Hey, yeah.
Tom. Okay.
And Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yes.
Jessica Biel. Those 5.
They all live sugar-free?
They all do.
They all do?
That was okay, that was kind of a trick question,
Wow, how long have they been doing it for
Different levels.
years?
Alec Baldwin started the trend for a lot of celebrities, and he's just, overweight and unhealthy, and people realize they're on top of the world. They have so much to live for, and all of a sudden, poison's going in, so.
Let's talk about your book, and I love this cover, by the way. This is coming out April 15th.
April 15th,
yes.
Yeah.
Did you help pick out this cover?
When I saw it, all the other options went out the window. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
All right. So what will viewers get from your book?
Yeah, what we talk about in the book are case studies of people who have told themselves the biggest lie in the world, which is, I can never do that. And that's a very self-limiting lie to tell yourself around food, around exercise, around any job or anything you want to do in life.
And what's the hardest part when you do try to break your sugar addiction? What do you go through?
Yeah. The first week, I will tell you, for most people, is not pretty. On 30dayssugarfree.com, we help people from around the world go 30 days sugar-free, so that really for the first time in their life, people get to feel what it's like to be far enough away from the addiction to decide who they want to be with sugar. Okay. Because it is, it's hard to make any decision.
You get a little cranky, maybe a headache.
Yeah, day 4 for me.
It's a drug, right? Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
Day 4 for me, it looked like heroin.
All right, and you've got one more trick. This represents think before you put stuff in your mouth.
That's what we're talking about on this show. So here's a perfect example of thinking before you put something in your mouth. These are standard ping pong balls.
Oh my goodness.
And don't panic, don't call 911.
I don't have to give the Heimlich, you're going to be okay?
This is what happens if you eat too much sugar. But here's what I do with it.
Oh my goodness. Oh. You can juggle with your mouth. Barry Friedman, this is amazing. I'm going to give your website while you're doing that. It's 30dayssugarfree.com. Tips and tricks, clearly tricks. Barry, amazing.
Thank you very much.
Don't try
Casey.
that at home, kids.
No.
Thank you so much for helping us get sugar-free. Visit his website for more info. Thanks, Barry.
Thank you so much.
You.